On another ship as long as I live.
It was a terrible storm. Thank God.
Here we go. It's time to go temple building from the inside out. Many of us know that physical and mental health play a direct part in spiritual health, but we may not know how to bring it all together. Well, here's your host, Desiree Fletcher Carruthers, as we go temple building from the inside out.
Hey everybody, happy Wednesday and welcome to KPOG 102.9, Temple Building from the Inside Out. I am Desiree Fletcher Carruthers, your hostess, and I'm so happy that you are here with me today. And today we have a special treat because usually I do not have company, and today I do! Yay! And I am so excited, and I think you are going to love this. Now, we have been talking a lot by creating plans for success, setting SMART goals, giving yourself that extra edge so you can be successful in 2021 with whatever your goals are, primarily your health goals. And I know nutrition is generally my thing, but today we're going to be talking about exercise, and we're also going to be talking about mindset. And a couple shows back, we talked a lot about mindset being crucial for your success. So wherever your head is at is where your success is going to be. So are you stinking thinking, or are you putting the positive energy behind yourself in order to get to where you want to go? So are you speaking life to yourself? That's really what it comes down to. Are you speaking life to yourself, and how does your health play a role in that equation? Are the two tied together? Well, if you've been listening to me, they absolutely are tied together. So now today we're going to talk about how exercise also fits into that equation. So I have with me Victor Moreno. He and his wife Libby have founded Absolute Martial Arts and Fitness. I gotta make sure I have everybody turned on today and we're not muted, because you all know I'm notorious for muting myself when I'm on the air. So I think today we are good. So Victor Moreno with Martial Arts, Absolute Martial Arts and Fitness. So Victor, go ahead and say hello to our temple builders out there and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do, why you do it, and then we're gonna dive into this whole mindset conversation and whatever else we can get into. Okay, well, I might have to have you repeat that because I had every mic turned on except for yours. And I was so proud of myself. I was so proud of myself. So thank you, Amy Elizabeth, for letting us know, that we couldn't hear him. I thought I had pushed all the right buttons, but I hadn't. But you know what, folks? I got time. So if you got time, I got time. So Absolute Martial Arts and Fitness, Victor Moreno, just intro yourself again. I've been nodding my head and smiling because it's all good stuff, but here we go. You know, guys, I apologize. I'm not a producer. If someone is a producer out there that wants to come out and hang out with me on Wednesdays to make sure I don't mess this up, let me know. Let me know. All right, let's do it again. Let's just do it again.
No, hey, it's no problem, man. This is more practice. That's how I look at it. Anyway, I'm Victor Moreno, right? And I'm the owner of Absolute Martial Arts and Fitness, along with my wife, and we have three wonderful children that, they have to be at the gym every single day. I know it's tough on them, but that they do a good job and they're training every day. And as a father, that's where I want to be. I want to be right there with them at everything. I coach the basketball teams. That's just where I need to be. And for a lot of reasons. But anyway, we got kids, Absolute Martial Arts and Fitness. We got the kids martial arts system. We got the kids speed and agility system. We got just stuff to keep them going, keep their mind right. Just stay active. There's too many times we see a screen in their hand in front of their face, and it's just like kind of a waste of time, And from my mindset, that is a lot of waste of time. Just staring and not moving and being active. So that's what my job is. I'm trying to get everybody up and moving and feeling good about the fitness side of life.
And so that's the kids aspect of it, but you also, cater to adults as well. I think you were just sharing when no one could hear that, you have UFC fighters that train at your gym, which is the largest mixed martial arts organization that's out there. But then you also have teenagers that are there, and you also have women in addition to men. So this isn't just, some gym for guys to go in and throw each other around, because there are a lot of benefits, we all know, to exercise. And there are a lot of ways to get your exercise in. All right, Amy, can you hear now? Just let me know. She said, oh no, I still can't hear. Tell me that you can hear. I don't think so. All of the mics are on. All of the volume is up. Go ahead and say something.
Hello. Hey.
Can we hear him? I tell you what. Vic has no mic, no audio still. Tell Vic to talk. All right. Now say something.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
Okay, hold on. It's going to catch up. Okay, now try it.
Hello. Hello. Hello, everybody.
We have to deal with the lag now.
It's okay.
Because we're only 10 minutes into this show and we still don't have the audio figured out. But go ahead and speak now and see if it's coming through.
Yes. There she goes. There she goes. All right.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. There it is. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, everybody who's been hanging in there with us. Oh, my gosh. Now Amy can hear him, too.
Yay.
All right, guys. You know what? I'm just going to circumvent all of this. I'm not going to make Vic repeat himself 3 times. So anyway, Absolute Martial Arts and Fitness. He's got a wonderful kids program. He has the martial arts track. He has agility options for them. He also has, UFC fighters who are training at his gym, the largest mixed martial arts organization that is out there. He's got teenagers there. He's got individuals 50 plus, 60 plus, and he has women, guys. Yes. Women. Okay, so this is an opportunity for everybody that is that is looking for, an outlet to get fit. Because I've talked about a lot of my show how important exercise is along with nutrition for overall good health. And so this is just another way to do that. I mean, and you offer not only mixed martial arts, you offer self-defense, you offer strength training. What else do you have under your umbrella over there?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like that all ties together. You know, the martial arts side, the self defense side. You know, the speed and agility. That all ties into the martial arts lifestyle. Like you were saying just a second ago. You know, I have guys that are in the top of the top, and then I have young kids that are just trying to figure things out. You know, they're still working on left, right, up, and down. Trying to figure that out. So it's really cool when we can put everybody in the same room and we all can accomplish the same goals at the same time. There's something to be said about that, but not only that, just the mental side of it. You know, when you see somebody with that caliber doing the same stuff you're doing, it puts you in a great state of mind, and you feel like you belong. And so far, everybody's been doing great. If we could just get some crowds and competitions back together, not necessarily the crowds, I guess, but at least let us compete. We'd like to compete. It's been a long time, so yeah, that's that.
That is that. So you were sharing earlier when I was having all the technical difficulties that you got started in your gym. I mean, and you
Yeah.
have guys, your gym in your basement.
Yeah,
Let me
at home.
clarify,
At home.
at your house, and you would have fighters come and just practice with you in your basement, and then you just got so busy that you needed more room. You needed to expand. What is it about, do you think, mixed martial arts, or at least the exercise experience that you offer, that is making a difference for the people that you interact with? Because I know I have listeners who are out there and they're like, mixed martial arts, oh no way, I could never do that. That's not for me. I'm not interested in punching. I'm not interested in wrestling. I'm not interested in chokeholds. Because if you're not like into the sport and you're just watching it from a distance,
Yeah.
that's what it could seem like. But it appears like it's so much more than that when it
Yeah.
comes to the health and wellness equation.
Yeah. No, good point. A lot of people that they'll think that martial arts is the same as like chess. Okay, so now not only are we figuring out our body movements and our mechanics and everything, but now it's going against somebody that's trying to do the exact same thing against us, and now we're working on counter moves. Yeah, wrestling, obviously that's not for everybody. Punching things, kicking things, maybe a bag, that's great, but nobody wants to be hit. I don't know a single person that likes it. And if they do, we need to have a discussion. But, you just keep it fun and keep it interesting. I myself, I don't like going to the gym and powerlifting, 400 pounds, just because it for me, it wrecks my body and it wrecks my purpose. But if you are somebody out there that likes to do that and you feel good from doing that, continue to do that, right? Mm-hmm. There's just like in martial arts, there's a million different ways to do one move, right? So you're not necessarily wrong. Nobody's wrong. There's just options, okay? Martial arts, to me, this is my option. This is what I like to do. This is how I get out there. I'll incorporate some running, hiking, riding my bike. That's my endurance training. The grappling, the striking, all that stuff. That's my exercise. That's how I feel good, and I can relate. I can bring my body together through my certain exercises. Throwing my punches, throwing my kicks, getting my top half to work with my bottom half. Moving around on the mat, like getting off the floor. How hard is it just to get up off the floor for some people? And we're doing that maybe 200 times a practice. So it's good. It's good for the soul, good for the mind, good for the body.
Well, I would say so, and I think your gym members do too. I know we have a response here on Facebook. So, for those of you who are listening in through the radio station, we also do host a Facebook Live session of all of our interviews. So you can find us there at KPOG 102.9, or check me out at Desiree Fletcher Carruthers on Facebook. And you can find all my discussions. But Amy Elizabeth says it's a great gym that creates a community for anyone looking to be active and connected with such a positive and healthy lifestyle. And I think what you just were sharing about getting up off the floor and just being functional, a lot of us take that for granted until we can't do that anymore. So when you have arthritis, you have inflammation, or you have other areas that just do not allow you to be as mobile as you either once were or would like to be. And muscle weakness can be a big part of that. So strength training in that is key also. Then you take for granted all the things that we can do when you can't do them anymore. So lifting up a laundry basket, climbing stairs. I know several people who won't sit on the floor because they don't know if they can get back up.
Yeah.
And those are all things that, while we might not think that we need to practice them, you're going to have to practice them at some point in time if you don't take care of your body the way that you need to. And I know that's a long way around for me getting back to mindset, but mindset is all a part of that, because if you don't think you can do something, then you won't. So even getting to the point where you think you want to get you closer to thinking that you can and building that skill set there. So talk to me a little bit about mindset, because I know you talk a lot about that to your kids, your younger audiences, but also to your adult members of your gym. And why is that so important to health?
Yeah, mindset is huge. Like outside of all of the techniques and exercises that we do, really you're just training your mind also. Because at some point you're going to get tired and you're going to want to stop, right? Your mind is the first thing that goes, right? Not your body. Your body will do what you tell your body to do if you want to do that, right? If you want to stop, guess what you're going to do?
You're going to stop.
You're going to stop, right? But if you get a little bit tougher up top, right, and push yourself to the next rep or 5 more or whatever it may be, that's when you start learning. That's when you start building and working on the real muscles in here, right? So yeah, mindset is huge, right? I don't want to come in here. I don't want to go into the gym and be timid and worry about getting tired. A lot of people they get terrified to be tired. Like that's a good thing. We want to exert ourselves. We want to get tired. It's a scary feeling. I understand, but once you get comfortable in those scary situations, you're gonna learn so much more about yourself, and that's another thing. Like if I'm grappling with a guy or an opponent that's and maybe has 50 pounds on me, or maybe the same size, just his skill is really good. I can't just give up in the middle of the grappling session. I got to keep going, otherwise he's just gonna flatten me like a pancake, and I got to no. So I got to keep rolling with it, keep flowing, keep my mind sharp, keep my mind strong, and that'll allow me to level up every single day. So
then how do you apply that to everyday life?
Everyday life, things get easier. Everything gets easier for you. Like if you can push yourself hard in a workout, then all your common day, everyday skills they'll be easier. Picking up that laundry basket, that's no problem, because I was just swinging a kettlebell 25 times this morning, or getting up off the ground or getting off the couch or doing what you got to do, carrying things. Like life becomes a lot easier when you go through some tough situations. That makes sense,
Sure.
And then you like I said, you find out a little bit more about yourself. Oh, you might surprise yourself. Maybe I am capable of this. Maybe I was just kind of pushing it to the side like it's not a big deal, but in all actuality it is a big deal. And then I back to the martial arts side, it's like in these wild times, I'm not trying to teach people how to become a professional fighter. I'm just trying to show them a little bit of self-defense skills, right? Give yourself a base, because you never know if that's going to save your life or not. That you look around all the time and you see, oh, this happened at a gas station, or this happened, in a mall, or that. People need to know how to defend themselves against the other wild people in this world, okay? Especially the ones with children, especially with family members that are always together in crowds. This is what it's all about. Like you need to be able to defend yourself and protect the ones that you can, or at least have common awareness of the situation around yourself. So,
Or, you know, at least know what you need to do to get yourself out of that situation if you
Yeah.
are able to, because I think that self-defense, that's also a big part of that as well. And as a female and a mother of daughters, and even my son, I mean, I take for granted his size, you know, may work for him if he's, you know, just intimidating someone physically, that they might not want to approach him or start something crazy, as you're saying. It almost is like we're in the Wild West
It's-
anymore, because you just never know.
yeah.
You know, common sense of grace have kind of flown out the window altogether. But just being able to have those skills to either push them back, you know, get yourself away so you could at least create space, get help, call for help, do something just to give yourself, you know, a chance, you know, and kind of put things a little bit on an equal playing field if you are in a situation where you feel like your safety is being compromised.
Yeah.
And I do think that is incredibly important. But going back to something else that you said is, if you're put into tough situations, oftentimes we don't know what we're capable of until we are forced to deal with that situation in front of us. I
Right.
mean, and most times it's going to unveil a weakness that you have, and how you respond to that is up to you. You know, you're either going to, you know, let it suppress you and keep you down, or you're going to look at it as an opportunity to grow and excel.
Yes.
And then, like you said, you might surprise yourself, and then your confidence is going to grow. And I think, again, going back to mindset and how exercise can help you in that area, you know, it's all tied together. As I've said, you know, results are addictive, but results from fitness can come in many forms when you look at it from, you know, enhancing your skill set, self-defense, whatever that might be.
Getting stronger.
Yep.
You know, maybe some people are chasing the scale. You know what I mean? It is. There's a million different ways that, you know, you can label success, and you know, more the merrier. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. If you're feeling better about yourself, that we're winning. You know, so that's the big thing. I just want to go back and touch on, you know, the mindset about martial arts is like. You know, if you are on the mats and you've ever grappled with somebody, you've ever, I don't know, maybe even just thrown some combos with somebody, you understand how serious these things can be, right? So, I practice fighting or self-defense, so I never have to use it, right? Even before it gets to that situation, I need to know inside that this is not a scary situation. This is just a situation that I need to either, you know, put the fire out, or, you know, move on however necessary, however it needs to be. But you know, we're not picking fights.
No.
Never picking fights. We can always talk about it. We can always get ourselves out of it. It's not worth it. But at the same time, some of us like to compete, you know, and then also, you know, sometimes you can't even avoid it. You can't avoid it. Maybe it's a surprise, and you just got to be ready. But at all costs, you know, let's avoid it. But have your tool bag ready.
Exactly.
So
Have your tool bag ready. I'm going to shift gears here a little bit, because the other thing that I've been talking about as far as mindset, and I've been talking about this largely with regard to nutrition, but, you know, it's health overall, and it's, you know, what is your why? So I want to get to your why you do what you do, why health is important, because, you know, as a nation, Americans are among the sickest people out there.
Yeah.
And it's not because of lack of information. It's not because lack of funds. It's because, in my opinion, we haven't quite solidified or clarified our why. Why do we need to be healthy? Why is that important? Why should I make it a priority in my life? And sometimes the biggest motivational factors out there are just the people that are right in front of us. So share with us, you know, your why of why you do what you do. And I think we've already had some of that coming through, but then also, you know, just why from a coach perspective, you know, exercise health is critical. If you think it's critical, maybe I'm the only one sitting over here that thinks it is.
No, it's, you need that. My why, obviously my kids, my family. But the thing is, I was competing, and since I was like a young kid, just whatever it is. We were just talking earlier about how, some of the younger boys in the agility class, like it's win at all costs. Even at dodgeball, even at the smallest game, dodgeball, like that's just something that's built into them. That's the way they go about it. Uh, they just want to compete. Everything's a competition, and that's fine. That's fine, but you cannot like um, judge everything on that or base everything on winning and losing. Okay, when you start doing that, especially against other people, instead of looking in the mirror, like that's your real competition, not what's on the other side. Um, so anyway, like I've always competed. I've always told myself I was going to compete as long as I could, no matter what it was, what sport it was, what you know, no matter what, I'm always going to compete. And I've you lose some friendships out of that along the way, but maybe that's not where you're supposed to be though. Maybe you need to navigate yourself through until you find the ones that want to compete with you and help you get better. And now that group that we were competing with, that group now is helping each other compete with somebody else, with another group, and then with other groups, and with other groups, and then so for me, my why is competition. I just That's why I have over 100 fights. There's something about setting a goal, working hard for that goal, and beating that goal, crushing that goal. Like the whole process of, I mean, this is life, right? But breaking it down, making it even smaller is, all right. This 8 weeks, I'm gonna be so good on my nutrition. I'm not gonna miss a run. I'm not gonna miss the gym. And setting those small goals, and then by the end of it, you just crushed it all. You did great, and it leaves you wanting to come back for more, and good habits were created through that whole process there. So competition, it's all about competition for me. It's toned down a little bit more than it used to be, but it's still there. It's still there.
All right. And then what about just in general? Because not everybody is a competitor.
Yeah.
And sometimes your why changes. And I can talk more about that in a second. But as a coach, you know, why is understanding your why
Mhm.
for your health so important?
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just keep going on this real quick. Being a coach now, I have, we have 40 plus um, members at the gym that in our adult program that they come in, and there's probably dozens of different whys, but my job as a coach is to make sure that they stay on task and they don't forget what they're doing and why they signed up in the first place. Whether it's just to get some coordination going, maybe some balance, maybe they want to get stronger, faster, whatever it may be. I got to keep them in line. That's my job now, is to help with that why. And we got all these different whys, and I need to tend to each and every one of them and make sure that everybody's staying on track, because if one person falls off track, it's so easy to quit
Mm-hmm.
and stop,
Mm-hmm.
but we got to keep people positive, and the positive thinking, the belief they put in themselves. We got to keep that. Like, too many people out here are saying negative thoughts, or you can't do that, you can't do that, instead of, yeah, that's great, let's go, let's do this. I think you could do that. Let's encourage each other instead of doubt. That's everybody's gonna have doubt, but you know we all need a little bit more encouragement too. So that's kind of the coach in me, and keeping the why. It's tough, and it's hard work, and there's gonna be times where you're like, oh, I'll just take this one off, but then that just starts snowball effect. Now you're completely off task. So um, it is what it is. I just gotta keep them happy and motivated, and just keep their spirits up, and let them know that they can do whatever they want, whether that's adults or kids, especially kids. you know,
Yes.
because they have no idea. You know, they have no idea what they're capable of yet. So, staying with those kids and making them work hard and understanding that this is no problem. This is fun, actually. This is a lot of fun.
It's a lot of work. Hopefully
Yeah.
they do think it's fun. Not everybody's going to think it's fun, but I just want to share for a little bit. You know, I was a lot like you. So I compete in natural bodybuilding at the bikini level. And, you know, when I first got started, my why was for me personally to change my own health goals. I knew I wanted to change the way that I ate. I knew I wanted to change some other habits. And even being the owner of a gym, I just wasn't doing it. So I needed that push, that goal at the end to get me there.
Yeah.
And by a fluke, I landed in natural bodybuilding and loved it. And so then I was chasing the pro card, right? Because you start out as an amateur competitor. There's no such word. Well, competitor, whatever, guys. You hear me. And when you earn your pro card, then when you compete, you can earn money and not just trophies. But, you know, it's just that level of accomplishment. You know, it's distinguished to be a pro and compete at that level. And so I achieved that. And since then, my why has shifted. My why has brought me to the place where I'm at now, where I can be sitting across the table from a like-minded person to be out there to, you know, help people around me, because there are so many people that just need that person to tell them that they can and not that they can't. Because like I said, you know, we're one of the sickest nations that are out there, but it's not from lack of knowledge. Anything you want to know, for the most part, you're going to be able to find any base piece of information to improve your health. It's out there.
Yeah.
But what's not out there is whatever that trigger is to get you to take action on what you know. And that's part of the why.
Yeah.
And I just got a message today from a listener, so I hope you don't mind if I
No,
can
go
share
ahead,
this.
yeah.
That was just really touching to me. And she was talking to me about falling off the wagon, so I'll call it, with her food for her family. And she just said, I just want to let you know that your efforts have not gone in vain. Food was always a way for me to take care of them, meaning her family. I've just been working so much lately and paying attention to all the wrong things. I managed to convince myself that cooking was too much of a hassle due to dishes, but I realized that I was resetting the pantry, when I was resetting the pantry, that the benefits of cooking far outweigh all the reasons I had for not doing it. Each time I defaulted to takeout, we lost money and I sunk deeper into a depression of my own making. It drained me of energy and caused me to be codependent on food. I've been thinking a lot about this. I especially knew drinking soda was bad, but I kept doing it because they made it so simple, easy to get hooked. I went from drinking 7 to 8 glasses of water a day to drinking 1 to 2 pops, which made me super sore and unable to move because I was devoid of energy. I know I'm not the only one who goes through these phases. It's easy for one to convince themselves that they are powerless in these moments. I'm glad God put you on this path. Success might not multiply right away, but what you are doing is for sure valuable. And I share that because this is a mom who is like a lot of us moms or single parents or whatever you have going out there, that we get caught up in everyday life, whether it's nutrition, which I talk a lot about, you know, or exercise. And we don't do the things that we know that we should do because of convenience. And this is one of the barriers to health I've talked about on one of my past shows, is convenience. If it's not convenient, we don't do it. But the benefits of doing what you should be with regard to your health far outweigh the cons, as this mom was just sharing. And her why is clearly her family, but also her own personal health. So she's looking at both sides of the equation. She wants them to be healthy. She wants to be healthy so she can be the best mom, best wife for her family. So that's an example of a why. Everything in that message, you have an example of, you know, what the why is and what she did to get back on track, because that's something else we've also talked about, is what is your plan to get back on track when you fall off track?
Yeah.
And Vic, you know, was sharing that too. You might not feel like it, but you need to go ahead and get up and go do it. But when the feeling of not wanting to trumps what you know you need to do, what is your plan to do that? You know, what is your plan to get back on track? And I know you've had to have seen this lots of times. So maybe what are some tips that you can share to help folks, you know, who maybe want to get started with exercise and just haven't, or they've done it in the past and they've fallen off and they're just not getting back on track. I mean, how can we help them? How can you help them? How can they help themselves get back on the train when they have fallen off?
Yeah. So the word convenience, that pops up right away. That's why I had a gym at my house. And before I move on, thank you to my wife Libby for letting me do that for so many years. I know it's tough, but the convenience thing. I got to do this and then I got to do that. No, it's not gotta. It's you get to. You get to do these things. Like, appreciate your abilities first. Appreciate what you are able to do. Not everybody can do this stuff. Okay. Like I said, convenience is great. And then even what if maybe it hurts or injuries, or you get, we're coming off of injury. There's steps. You can't just go from the first floor to the 10th floor, right? You gotta level. So don't go in the gym first day and just absolutely destroy yourself to where you don't even feel normal the next couple days. Like that's not a good way to get yourself into it. You should ease your way into it, but and then definitely ask for help. Ask somebody that knows what they're doing. A lot of times going through the martial arts thing, it's like, all right, I'll train and I'll do the same thing with the same people, week in, week out, same thing, and then you get like to a level where that's it. That's as far as we're gonna keep right on this line, because we're not trying to get any better. We're just staying on the same path. Reach out to people. Like there's so much information everywhere. Anybody that you talk to, they have information. So absorb all that stuff. Be a sponge. Absorb it. Use it. Try it. Not everything is for everybody. And you just got to find the way. My wrestling coach talks about this all the time. He's like, I'm going to show you some moves. You may hate some of them. You may love one of them. But we're looking for that one that you love. That's all it is, just another tool in your toolbox. So you're going to fail. You understand that. Like, that's what it's for. Even when we're lifting, sometimes we lift till failure, till we can't anymore. Like, that's part of it. But you learn so much more from failing and trying and failing and trying and failing. I go on about this. Michael Jordan missed, 60-some game-winning shots that they wanted him to take. We trust you to take this shot, man. And 60 times he's failed. But, probably 100 and sometimes he's done it and he's succeeded, So not being worried about the result, I think in the end, just actually getting out there and just trying it or doing it. That's a big step for anybody wanting to get into it. If you're coming off an injury, like I said, get with somebody that can help you out. We don't want to injure yourself anymore, that you just absolutely hate it and refuse to go. There's information everywhere. So just absorb and just give it a chance, what I say.
Very good. Hey, that works for me.
Yeah.
So if people want to be able to connect with you, clearly locally, but also I know fighters all around the world out there may be looking for an outlet in the Midwest. How do they find you?
Yeah, just find us on Facebook. You can look me up, I guess, Victor Moreno. Our gym, Absolute Martial Arts and Fitness. Our website, absolute-martialartsandfitness spelled out.com, of course. We're on Instagram. We have our website. I'd like you guys to check that out again, like I said. And then, send me something. Send me something. How can I help? What do you want to talk about? You know what I mean? Like, everybody has something that they want to get off their chest or help with something. It can be a private message. It doesn't matter to me. I want to help. I've been in a lot of tough situations in my life, but I feel like that's why, like, mentally I'm so strong right now, is because of those. And just like, failing, and now I'm here. I'm doing what I want to do, and I encourage everybody else to do the same. Do what you want to do, I don't know, just do what you want to do. What makes you feel good? Go find that. Go find that.
Just do something. That's
Something.
that's
something.
the 2 cents that I am going to throw in there.
Yeah.
Last message from a listener. Jennifer says, what your gym family represents, what your family represents is awesome. Hope everyone checks it out, meaning Absolute Martial Arts and Fitness. So, folks,
Thank you.
check it out. Do something new, and do your homework. Anytime you head to a gym, check the reviews. Go take advantage of your free workout. A lot of them will offer it. Well, the COVID environment, that might be a little bit different, but give them a call and find out what your opportunities are. But get in there, do something. Hope you've enjoyed this time with Victor. If you haven't started your plan for success by Job, it's still January. Get on it. If you've fallen off track with your New Year's resolutions, get back on it. You still can do that. One bump in January does not mean that you have to be derailed for the next year. You don't have to wait for January 1st, 2022 before you can make inroads in your health. Today is the day. I've said it a million times, and I'm going to say it a million more. Today is the day for change. Today is it. Get your butts out there and do something. And maybe one of those somethings can be visiting Absolute Martial Arts and Fitness. Last thought on today, Victor. You've been sharing nothing but wisdom, but I'm sure you got one more nugget in there that we can finish the show with.
Yes, sure do. I just want you guys to remember that, this isn't a sprint. This isn't a short, quick fix. Okay, this is a marathon, and we got to do it until we can't do it. And then once we can't do it, then it's over. It's over with anyway. Just get your butt in gear and find a nice community, and you'll love it. I know you will. Once you guys set your foot in the gym and you find something that you absolutely like, don't let go. Don't let go. Go after it. Have fun with it.
And there you have it. One last tidbit in there. My youngest does take part in Victor's kids agility, and she's doing fantastic.
Yes.
His team of coaches and Victor, great with the kids. I couldn't be happier. So with that, how do we like to end the show? With the reminder that your body is a temple. So let's build it.
Thanks for joining us for today's edition of Temple Building from the Inside Out, brought to you by the Hazel May Collaboration and Nutrition Coaching, helping you live your healthiest life yet. And remember, the thoughts and viewpoints of this program should not be taken as professional advice. Consult your physician for medical concerns.